At Sleep Outfitters Outlet, great sleep is a big deal. Save 40 to 60% every day on every Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Queens as low as $249. Customer exchanges, closeouts, and floor samples. Inventory changes daily, so come in for your dream deal today. With no credit needed financing, expert advice, and up to 60% off retail, it's never been easier to get the sleep and savings you deserve. Go to sleepoutfittersoutlet.com for financing details and to find a store near you.
Hi, it's Lindsay. Welcome to BB on Blast. Now, I missed my usual Tuesday slot, so I've actually seen the evictions. So basically, the whole week that I'm about to talk about is completely redundant. But what's new? I was a bit confused this week again. I admit, I've not watched any live feed, and what else have I not watched? I've not looked on Twitter. And yeah, I don't really know what's going on, but that never stopped me podcasting before. So we're going from Neely's eviction. Oh, Neely, remember her? Yeah. Neely says something about Scott's coup de grace. What is that? That's not a thing. Her whole speech was bashing Scott. I don't remember that. Whitney did a speech that rhymed. When something rhymes, it must be the truth. Don't remember what that's about. Morgan's tasseled dress, eek. I can remember Morgan's most recent eviction dress, and that's on the eek list as well. Off the shoulder, floral. Was it a dress or was it a jumpsuit? Disgusting. She dresses about 30 years above her age. She does. Why does she dress like... She dresses like Alex's mum. I'd like to see what their mum looks like, actually, and see who they're taking after. But yeah, Morgan dresses like, I don't know, like a politician's wife or something. What else? Oh, Danielle looked hot. Danielle looks very good on eviction. She always wears like bodycon dresses, apart from the sweaty armpits, just to gloss over that. Her hair always looks nice. I like her hair curly. She's got a really good body. I noticed the other day when she was wearing like cut off like hot pants when she won the veto. I was like, whoa. And you know, I'm straight, so. Justin's Paisley shirt, half eek, half chic. Can't remember that. Oh, Scott clapped when Neely was evicted, which we thought was bad at the time, but then he clapped when he got evicted, so maybe he just claps at every eviction. He probably clapped when he got evicted because he was embarrassed about when he clapped when Neely got evicted. Either way, Scott, you're lame. So Chrissy's HOH reign, in summary, didn't go so well, did it? Her best friend got evicted. Oops. I've put here, Justin proudly says he pees in the hot tub. He was like, I can't be bothered to get out and go all the way to the toilet. When Paulie did that, it was disgusting. Because it's Justin, we don't care. I'm just looking at my notes. I can't remember any of this next bit. I've put, Shelby says something about hypocrites. Don't understand that. Ball smashers, they're bugging. Yeah, they are bugging. Justin said to Chrissy, I'm going to protect you from Scott. But he still has hella compassion for Scott. Why? Jason said to Scott, why was part of your campaign to bully Danielle? Oh, the bully card. And Scott said, because I thought America would like it. Well. And he said, I just don't give a fuck anymore. That's good. Oh, God. And then Daniel's going, I hope America sees what type of person you are. Shut up about America, bitch. And as usual, just when someone has a big fight with someone, they become the new HOH. And Danielle was crowned the new HOH. Can I remember how or why? No. Without the incessant like recaps and people explaining to me what's going on, I have no recollection of any of these events, and I'm trying to do a podcast about it. Quite difficult, isn't it? I think I need my own live feed correspondent. Danielle said she wanted Alex out and not Scott, which was quite surprising after Scott had been bullying her. And Chrissy was kissing up to Danielle. Don't remember that. Oh, Neely's interview. She said she was evicted because America likes the split in the house. Don't know how that works. She said, yes, ma'am, to Julie. I like that. You've got to show the Chimbots some respect. She said, Scott is trying to be a baby evil dick, but he's not even fit to lick evil dick's ankle sweat. Now, I've heard on the rumour mill that evil dick's HIV positive, so be careful when licking his ankle sweat. Although it probably can't be transmitted that way. Although, actually, probably can. Don't quote me on that. I've said, Julie looks feminine in a pretty summer dress. That makes a change. Normally she looks right old state. Neely said Whitney is pretending to be sweet for strategy. I think she might be right, because Whitney's been flip-flopping all over the shop this week. Julie told Neely about the sisters twist, and Neely said, shut up, that's hurt my heart. Why does it hurt your heart? Who cares? She couldn't even guess. Julie was like, oh, guess who the sisters are in the house? And Neely's like, so for fuck's sake, come on, it's not that difficult. Or guess who the siblings are. It's still not that difficult. Justin and Jason. She didn't say that, but... And Neely said, I can hold a grudge. What about the sisters thing? Who cares? Someone on Twitter sent me something. Marcel sent me a thing that... because I appealed for some of Justin's tall stories. I know this is an old one, but I hadn't heard it. About how he ended up in a white supremacist bar, and they were all shouting Satan and saying how they hated black people, and he had to pretend to be white. And he was shouting Satan too, but he felt guilty about it. And he said he was definitely probably on mushrooms. What a fantastic story. Thank God Justin has stayed in this long. Imagine this show without Justin. Oh my God. This show without Justin and Jason would be unforgivable. So Danielle was gunning for the ball smashers or ball busters, or what the fuck are they called? Whatever. I've put that HOH seems redundant as America's vote seems to go home every time. That's true. It's even more redundant when you put a ridiculous care package atop it. Alex was not happy that Scott wanted to prioritise her game over his. Oh, Scott has been a right creepy motherfucker. It's like, oh, we're the power couple. And you can tell Alex looked like she wanted to like throw up a bit. It's like, we're not a couple, mate, in your dreams. I hate Alex. She is so annoying. Why do people like her? Like, Morgan is so much more likeable than her. Ugh. In the DR, she's particularly obnoxious. But just in general, like, I hate the way she talks. I hate the way she looks. I just, oh, God, awful. Oh, I'm a super fan. Shut up. Alex was saying she's going to cut Morgan at the end. No, you're not. So Shelby got the next care package. Why? Are they saving the good care packages for... Jason and Justin? I fucking hope so, because why is Shelby getting one? I hate Shelby as well. Screwed up little bulldog chewing a wasp face. Ugh, disgusting. So she got to eliminate 3 eviction votes. Basically, she got to eliminate the whole of the late night jamboree's votes, which is really fucking annoying, especially as Danielle had won HOH. As it turned out in the end, it didn't matter, but at this point it's like, oh, that's really... what's the point in even having HOH and winning HOH if you can't evict the person you want? Like, it makes no sense. Like, the only thing HOH guarantees you at this point is you're safe, and that's it. And probably they'll get a care package to get rid of that next week. Stupid. So then Daniel was basically crying in the DR going, I've put, nobody said it was easy, no one ever said it would be this hard, but that's a Coldplay lyric. I think she said something along those lines, and just be grateful that I didn't sing. Something about Shelby on her space hopper. I remember she was bouncing up and down on a space hopper. I hope she doesn't break her neck much. The Jamboree were all sat outside saying America hates us. Danielle was having a pity party. Oh, Danielle actually had a good bit of strategy here. She said she wanted to put Morgan up because Morgan hadn't had a care package yet. So it'd be a good idea to get rid of anyone who hasn't got a care package yet. That's actually a good bit of strategy. I've heard a couple of decent bits of strategy from Danielle here and there. Very few and far between, I must admit. But even when she won that veto, which we've not talked about yet, she had a good strategy for that as well. So she has got a brain in her head. I actually kind of like Danielle in a way. There's the aspects of her I like. I know she's got, not child abuse, animal abuse and child something against her. But I don't know. There's something about her I like. I like the fact she's not like sat there pining since since Shane left. She's just getting on with it, and I think she's a lot better without him in the house. Boring, stinking up her gang with his man bun. So Jason was striking deals with the other side of the house. This was the week basically all the divides kind of broke down, or at least blurred quite heavily. And it's when people started kind of putting Morgan's name out there, and I really wanted someone to say to Alex, oh, let's put Morgan up, and then to see what Alex did. But no one seems to ever say anything bad about Morgan to Alex. I really want them to, because that would be interesting. What is the point of having the sisters in there if there's no drama related to it? Like, they've covered it up so well, and you've got to hand it to them, because they have hidden it really well, but they've covered it up so well, it's actually boring to watch. So I hope that something does kick off with that later down the line, although I doubt it very much, to be honest. So then the have-nots were announced, and it was Whitney, Chrissy, and Justin. That was funny, I must admit. I did actually look on Twitter earlier in the week, and I saw Justin going outside and going, why? That was hilarious. How has he been coping with being a have-not? Because I've not watched any live feed, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. No more pizza songs for you, Justin. You have to do a song about slop instead. What was that song I was singing on the live feed? Something about nutsacks. Disgusting. So then there's the safety ceremony. Yawn. Oh yeah, and so there was a lot of campaigning going on to Danielle, but I've put it's not interesting because 3 votes were cancelled out. So any campaigning is, I don't know, it's like when they do the reset week, it's like it just becomes boring. There's nothing at stake. So Danielle ended up putting Whitney and Shelby on the block. I'm not sure why. There wasn't much explanation about that. Now this was interesting. Justin said he'd use the veto on Whitney. And later on, I think he said he fancied her. I was like, what? I think it's just like, what is it? Situational homosexuality. Like, like Whitney's the only girl in the house. So, she's not the only girl. She's one of the only available girls in the house. I think he's just getting desperate now. No offence, Whitney, but come on. Oh, and thank God, America's vote. America, I was losing faith in you, but you pulled it back. I really thought they were going to put one of the Jamboree up, but thank God they put Scott up for his bullying of Dan. No, I don't know why, but I'm fucking glad they did. Fucking hate Scott. Him and his voice can pack their bags, pack your belongings and leave. So that was good, because then you knew that one of the ball smashers was actually going, whether they liked it or not. I was like, thank you, Jesus, as Neely once said. So the veto picks created a bit of drama, because Whitney picked Justin, not one of the ball smashers. And then, this is when Justin told Whitney he fancied her. He said, I can't stop looking at you. And she went, I can tell from when you put the bread in the fridge when you were talking to me. He was like, what? I did the what? She's like, you put the bread in the fridge like you weren't concentrating. He's like, oh yeah. I wanted him to get in bed and cuddle with him, but he didn't in the have-not room on that trampoline. Mind you, that trampoline's seen enough action. I'm not sure it could take another romp. So the veto... Oh yeah, I thought it was good that Danielle didn't put Scott up, because if she had, who knows who America's vote would have been. So that was like a bit of unintentional good strategy from her there. And it also turned out that it was good she put Whitney out, because then she could take Whitney down and whoever else went up. So Danielle's strategy was good. I think some of it was accidental this week, but some of it was actually useful. So then the Jamboree decided they were going to take Scott out after all, even though Danielle said she wasn't going to go after him. But, well, it's what America wants, so, So then there was the Halloween veto. Oh, God, the preamble video on that, like, oh, you must go and find Clementine's dolly or whatever. Oh, shut up. That went on way too long. Boring. Although I did like the people in the house, like the scary people, that I thought that was quite good. It reminded me of BBUK Task, actually, that one where was it Nikki Graham broke out the mirror like the girl out the ring. That was really good in like the mental hospital. So it kind of reminded me of that, so that was good. But also, strangers in the house, outside contact. I mean, it was funny seeing the way different people reacted. Like, Justin was screaming. Jason was, like, being super polite to them, going, "Oh, very nice to meet you. I like your beard." I don't know, it was funny. And then, Danielle, her strategy was just to ignore them all and get the stuff, which is bloody good strategy. She wasn't afraid. She wasn't screaming like Justin was. So Danielle got all the power in the house, which I was quite happy about. I like Danielle again now. I don't know why. So then the Jamboree did a side deal with Whitney, basically to say that if they take her down, she has to vote Scott out, which she agreed to. And then she went back to the Ball Smashers and she lied to them. But she did do crab eyes when she lied, so that would have been a red flag for me. Although I have put she's smarter than she looks, because who would have thought Whitney could even lie? She can barely speak, let alone lie, so you got to hand it to her. Oh, yeah. So they had a Halloween party. Oh, I'd love to have seen more of this. This is where I've fallen down, because I bet something interesting happened there. Ding dong, who's at the door? It's Liz of the Horrible Twins fame, and LaJuan finally got his magic powers and got to come back to the house. I knew it was going to happen someday. Have a wonderful day. Oh, LaJuan. I had to unfollow him on Twitter. It's too glib. But I heard that Julia and Austin were meant to be going in the house as well. Does Liz even still speak to Austin? I don't know. But it was just Liz. What's the point of having one twin in there? Stupid. Maybe it was Liz and Julia, but they were switching out. And LaJuan, why? They hardly showed any of that. Like, I wanted to see more of the costume. I bet there was some good shit from that. If you got clips of the Halloween party, can you send them to me? I want to see, like, spin the bottle and whatever else they do. They must play some, like, games and stuff. So then Alex and Shelby were saying they wanted to vote out Whitney, but they can't because Danielle took Whitney off and put Scott up. No, Scott was already up. Put Morgan up. Oh, I felt a bit sorry for Morgan. She was, like, all crying and upset that Whitney had flipped. I like Morgan. I know a lot of people hate her, but I don't know. There's something I like about her apart from the fact she dresses like a mum. And so on the block, it was Scott, Morgan, and Shelby. And I was just hoping that Scott went, basically. Although I'd be quite happy to see the back of Shelby. I fucking hate Shelby. Pointless. Why do people like her? I'm so out of touch with America. I watched one of the DR episodes. There wasn't that much to report, but I like the fact that they said to Justin, "Oh, what do you think about Neely being evicted?" And he said, "She went because she wore the witch's hat too much. I told her not to. It was bad karma." I thought that was funny. So then it was on to the eviction episode. So the only people who got to vote because of Shelby's care package was Alex, Whitney, and America. It's hardly any. Like, that is such a major power to have. I had a couple of notes on the outfits here. I quite like Shelby's yellow and black combination, like a little bee. Oh, Morgan, disgusting. In Shelby's speech, she said something about, if you want to adopt a dog, rescue one from the shelter. And I thought, hold on, is this a dig at Danielle or what? What was that all about? That was really weird. Like a party political broadcast, like on BBUK when Jane was talking about the Alzheimer's Society or whatever. Like, come on. Just do your shout-outs and your Instagram plugs. And then, Danielle's cue card reading. Wasn't exactly on point, I must admit. So then they voted. Alex evicted Scott. Power couple. Broken up. Whitney evicted Scott. And America evicted Scott. Danielle just goes to see if Big Brother's tallied the votes. Don't take that long to tally 3 votes, does it? Even I could do that on my fingers, and I'm pretty stupid. I noticed, though, it used to be the case on Big Brother proper that you could tell who was going from who was wearing the sportswear. Obviously, they don't have any tasks that involve you having to break a sweat this year because it's cheapo Big Brother. But last night, whenever it was, Morgan was wearing a dress, Shelby was wearing a dress, Scott was the only one actually wearing sportswear, and he got evicted, so go figure. I do miss, like, normal Big Brother and the proper tasks and the endurance and the... just spending, more than about 25p on a task. I go back to these recaps and I can't remember any of the tasks, and it's not because, or the comps or whatever, and it's not because, well, it's partly because I'm drunk, but it's partly because they don't show much of them. They only show like 5 seconds on the recap episode. Partly because they're not memorable tasks, they're not interesting, and they're not exciting, and that's a shame because I really enjoyed the competition aspects of Big Brother America. That's Big Brother America. That's one of the things that sets it aside and makes it exceptional to BBUK, because our tasks are shit. These tasks are on a par with UK tasks, and that is not acceptable. I hope they don't bring in too much BBOTT stuff into the main Big Brother. Like, I hope they don't bring in all America gets to vote and all this shit. I bet you £1 million they do, though. And that would be a shame. Keep Big Brother pure, that's what I say. Make Big Brother great again. So, yeah, Scott went. He clapped at his own eviction. He went, good game to everyone as he was going. Like, okay. Him and Alex, one last awkward goodbye. Actually, it wasn't that awkward. It was all right. And that was pretty much it for the main show. I watched another little live feed bit where Scott was telling Alex, don't trust Jason, he's a snake. And I also put Chrissy's burger pyjamas on the chic list. So, farewell to Scott's disgusting sideburns. Do we know the new HOH is? You probably do, I don't. I just had a look, it doesn't look like it's up to me, so who knows? Anyway, whatever I think the care package this week is co-HOH, so that will throw a spanner in the works anyway. How much longer of this show is there left to go? I'm still enjoying it, it's hard going, you know, it's a slog, isn't it? Anyway, I'll try and get back into it this weekend, try and get on the podcasts, on the live feed. I'm sure there's loads of bits that have passed me by that I have no idea about. So feel free to fill me in. Just want to say big up Dr. Detroit and Renfrace who helped me actually watch this goddamn programme. It's much appreciated. Thanks so much for listening. I'm sorry I'm phoning it in a bit, but I thought better to phone it in than not do it at all. Or is it? Follow me on Twitter, LightUpVM. Read my book, First Aid Kit Girl. Don't worry, when CBB's back on, there'll be much enthusiasm. Lots of love. Have a good evening. Night.
At Sleep Outfitters Outlet, great sleep is a big deal. Save 40 to 60% every day on every Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Queens as low as $249. Customer exchanges, closeouts, and floor samples. Inventory changes daily, so come in for your dream deal today. With no credit needed financing, expert advice, and up to 60% off retail, it's never been easier to get the sleep and savings you deserve. Go to sleepoutfittersoutlet.com for financing details and to find a store near you.